Well, I just think of the old days and when Pearl first got started and all the progress and evolution it's made since that time. And I like to say that I was mayor, I think I was the third mayor of Pearl, and we built on the progress that had been made by previous administrations. Hopefully we made some progress that will be built on by future administrations and all that. And it's just a continuum that keeps going to me, because there's always some more things that need to be done as you take care of things that have to be done. Back when I was elected mayor, Pearl actually had a rented city hall. It was some rented buildings behind Trustmark Bank on North Beerman Road, right there close to Highway 80. And the Pearl School Board built a brand new Pearl High School at the end of Pirates Cove, and they offered the city the buildings if we would like to refurbish them for City Hall. Of course, we said yes. We hired an architect. He developed a plan to refurbish it properly for City Hall uses. And it was about $1 million bond issue, as I recall. And we thought that the thing to do, since it was going to be the people's City Hall, the people of Pearl City Hall, that they should have a say in it. So we placed the bond issue on the ballot. And obviously if they voted for it, then the old high school would be renovated for the City Hall. It passed overwhelmingly. One of the largest plus votes I remember on a bond issue at that time. And we, of course, did the renovation and got moved in. It was not only the main City Hall functions, but also the Pearl Police Station. They had a very small building down kind of behind Rankin Square buildings down there on Old Brandon Road at the time. Some other things we did while I was mayor, we did construct a new fire station out on Highway 80 toward Walmart to improve our fire rating, and we built 4 new baseball fields, 4 new soccer fields, and we renovated completely 4 softball fields. As we started a lot of city beautification projects, I might use that word, beautification projects, so we started mowing the highway right-of-way. In the old days, the highway right-of-way was actually mowed by the highway department, and they did it pretty good, but they bush hogged it normally, and it wasn't groomed and really nice like you could do with a lawnmower and a weed eater. And so we started doing that on our highways in Pearl. And then we also got permits from that. Back then you had to get permits, I'm assuming you still do, permits from the highway department to not only mow the right-of-way, but plant trees on the right-of-ways on the sides of the highway, and also plant shrubbery in the medians. And as I recall, we planted about 1,000 trees over several years. It were Bradford pears and crepe myrtles primarily. Yeah, some of them are still there for sure, and of course some of them died, over the years and everything like that. But you still see them, and it means I think it improves the looks of the city, and it just looks so good to me. Of course, I think about we might have planted that tree years ago, things like that, and so. Very, very meaningful. We created the Pearl on the Hill sign, which is on the south side of Highway 80, between Marianne Drive, where Marianne Drive and Pemberton run into Highway 80. It says Pearl and shrubbery, and that was, I thought, well constructed at the time, and also meant a lot to people as they saw it. This is our Pearl right here, that sign. Now, we had to go to Bentonville, Arkansas one time to meet with Walmart executives, because we had heard by the rumor mill that Walmart was going to build a new store, and it was going to be a super Walmart, and we didn't know for sure where they was going to build it in Pearl or put it somewhere else. So we went to Walmart headquarters in Bentonville to talk to them about that, and they assured us that they would keep it in Pearl if they could find the property to put it on. And so we obviously got back to Pearl. When I say we, I'm talking about me and the administrative staff and everybody. We worked with the realtor people to find a tract, or tracts is what it amounted to, because several people sold some of their property to Walmart ultimately to build the new Walmart Supercenter. And, you didn't have the Outlet Mall, you didn't have the Mississippi Braves, Bass Pro, Sam's and those kind of things. So, and other stores all over Pearl and restaurants. There used to be a minimum amount of restaurants, and now there's a lot of restaurants in Pearl. So it was a big sales tax producer at the time. It's just dramatically improved and so much greater. It really is. I mean, there's a lot more businesses, different things here in Pearl that were never here before. And I can remember as a small child, cornfields that are now subdivisions or later on made subdivisions. And it's just a dramatic improvement in our city. It really is. And I think we made remarkable progress. But I think everybody was committed to doing it, and that's what helped do it. Yeah, I think that downtown area is a good idea. See, Pearl doesn't have a downtown area, in my opinion, because it incorporated late in the game. Pearl had a good bit of population before it ever incorporated. And so in a lot of cities, they were cities before they ever grew whatsoever. And so they always had a downtown area because that was the city at the time. And then Pearl grew exponentially without ever being a city. So it didn't really have a downtown area with City Hall and that kind of thing. And it was just a great honor for me to be mayor of the city of Pearl. It meant a lot to me to be mayor. I knew had a lot of family, friends in Pearl all over. I knew people. I went to school up here all 12 years. My law office was here in Pearl. I taught school in Pearl at the Pearl Junior High. And I went to church here all my life and was in different organizations throughout my years here in Pearl. And it just meant so much. It was a great, great honor to be mayor of Pearl.